this week on the next marketing gear, email marketing. So this is the most efficient way to reach out to your customers, to grow your client base, build a strong reputation, is all email marketing. This has been one of the best ROIs in my business. It is the biggest thing that we push every week, every month, is just email marketing, email list, email newsletters. So like I said, it's by far the most valuable list you can have. And no matter what, everything that we're doing day to day should be collecting emails. If it's new leads, new clients, anyone you come in contact with, we need email addresses. That is the new age of figuring out how profitable your business is going to be by the size of your email list. So what do you do with all those email addresses? How do you grow the business with them? First off, if you don't have a CRM or method to manage those, I know HubSpot, MailChimp, Constant Contact all have free options until you get to a certain level. So those are all great options. And if you don't have a lot of email accounts right now, I mean, Gmail, using Canva or similar just to create it, but using your current email access system until you get those hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands of email leads is the best way to just do it. Is right now is just to start doing it. So no matter what you use, it's better than not doing it at all. So the second thing you're going to need to consider for all the topics of your emails, one of the biggest things is informing customers of new or upcoming products or services, specials or sales offerings, news about your industry or your specific business, and even just informative topics to teach the audience. So the best email marketing strategy that we've seen in my business, and this should be hands down what everybody does, is monthly newsletters. So it's one of the easiest ways to increase sales while achieving all of the topics I just mentioned. So use this to help build your content calendar as well, like we talked about social media and Google Ads, all that stuff. But this is one that is actually free for the most part. It just takes time and effort. So what I like to do is focus on your upcoming month services, what's coming up in February that needs to go out February 1st, or coming up in the spring. What's the one thing that you want your customers to learn or buy that month? So when we talk a little bit, we're going to go over that content calendar of email marketing as well. But right now, they should be knowing what's going on in January and then what the next service to sign up for should be for either spring or winter, whatever the month is. So in that email newsletter, we want to incorporate your big branded image, something that grabs attention right away, high resolution images and videos on the topic that you're trying to get across. Of course, your social media links, and incorporate into all of that, of course, a call to action. So the call of action could be a number of different things. I mean, it can be a survey or a form that you can get, a Google form, put the link in, especially this time of the year. We just put one out a couple weeks ago, and actually not even that, 11 days ago on the 1st. And it was more of an informative way to see what people are looking to get services for in the spring. So this is something where let the customers know what's coming up, have them check box on a Google form, and that's going to email everything over to you. So even if you are trying to get across one thing, you can still offer a bunch of different things on a call to action. So that Google form, that survey, or that checkbox link of what they are interested in, that allows you to get more leads, more information. You can get out more estimates for what they are currently seeking that they wouldn't have already tried to ask you about. So what you're trying to accomplish in that email newsletter, the monthly newsletter, is a bunch of different things. Like I said, it is focusing on what your upcoming services are. What's the one thing you want them to focus on to learn about or buy? Because if you throw a bunch of stuff at them, nothing's going to stick. They're going to get confused, and then they're going to fall off and not even read your email. It's going to go to trash. So also you can incorporate holidays, seasonal info, events into that newsletter. You can put in also, stuff going on in your business, key events, key milestones, and also the biggest thing is informing them on something that you're a professional in. So if you're going to be trying to sell sprinkler turn-ons or fertilizing 6-step apps and prepay now, what do they need to know that they didn't know about that service? So what makes you the professional? Why should they trust you versus everybody else? So they're learning something, they get some information, they can sign up, and that's what kind of makes the whole newsletter worthwhile. It's giving them information so they want to read it every single month. So you have to look at it that way. What is going to give them the most information and make them benefit for why they should use you in the future? So this by far has been the number one best thing we have done for marketing. It is free to a certain extent. I mean, it takes time and effort to put it together, but you don't have to worry about ads. You're upselling, cross-selling, adding services to your current customers and potential customers, informing them what they should do next. So there's a bunch of things you do on the newsletters. I mean, even with employee recognition, different trivia from that month, like when the first fertilizing plant opened or when the first lawnmower was invented, just cool, different trivias as well to just pique their interest. So there's a bunch of other forms of email marketing as well. We do a bunch of follow-up campaigns on estimates. So there's emails that we will wireframe that will go out the moment an estimate is created. They'll get a follow-up email, and then 1 day later, another email, 2 days later, another email, but they all have a plan. You could have welcome emails for new customers, reminders for even collecting receivables, special occasions like a client's birthday or an anniversary. You can do some for just brand awareness. And then another good one too is questionnaires and surveys. So it doesn't have to be a newsletter. It could just be, hey, help us make our services better for you and our other customers. Take this quick questionnaire and survey. Where do we need to improve? What can we do differently for you for a better experience? Or what do we do excellent? And then share that with the team too. So with wireframing for all of those, it's pretty simple to do. I'm just going to write a couple options, and you're going to get the workbooks that are going to help with this as well. So the first part of wireframing, so this might be the first email. So it's the first touch. So you're going to put all your information. This might be day one. So after that, you also want to make sure you have a call to action, what they're trying to get out of it. And then second touch, third touch, so on. So if you don't hear anything back, this is going to be maybe day 3. So you're going to build out all of these email wireframes and just keep going. Third touch, fourth, fifth, etc., until they sign up with whatever you're trying to offer them. And this one could be day 30. So you can build this out as far as you want. It's still going to have the content. It's still going to have a call to action. Here's how you get more information. If you want an estimate, let us know. But it's giving them different information along the whole way. So just as an example, if we're doing an email campaign, and I call them campaigns because they're wireframed this way, but just for following up on estimates, day 1 could be a simple email sent out to everybody where it just says, I just want to make sure you received your estimate. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call. We look forward to working with you. Then 3 days later, you could still use a similar, we haven't heard back from you, or did you make a decision? What can we answer? Any questions? Spots might be filling up. There's also the special promo if you sign up in the next couple of weeks before the season starts, and so on. Did you find somebody that you've already done fertilizing for the year? Let us help you out with that. So by doing the wireframing and just creating all that in the front end, you don't have to think about it during the season. And those CRMs, those HubSpots, those MailChimps, you can plan out those those flows as well. So it's a follow-up process with email marketing that's getting more results in as well. So you always have to look at how to lay out the plan first with the emails before start sending them random information. So when you understand how the wireframing works and you can collect that data, that information, no matter where they're at, that's what's key. Even like I said, if you're not doing this in a CRM, still create a script for here, for somebody that just wants an estimate. If you haven't heard back, here's another script. And then just pull them from your Google Drive or your Word document, put an email to those people, and just get that information out. So you're still trying to teach them something or get information. That's the number one goal of all email marketing, is to get some sort of information. What's their past experiences? What do they want more information about? Or what can you provide to enhance their properties or their lives? Maybe at this point, or day 30, they just realize that, okay, we've already started the season in whatever service we're in, and we realize that now we don't have enough time to spend with our families. So now I really wish I would have signed up with your service back here, but I didn't have a chance to, and now I realized it. So all of that you have to kind of plan too, is what's enhancing their lives, what's going to help them get them information, but the possibilities are endless. I mean, you can do this for literally everything you want, from brand awareness to questionnaires and then follow up on questionnaire answers. So it's always something to look at. If just one email is very good because you're already ahead of the masses of companies that didn't even send out one email, but then to constantly get that second, third, fourth, fifth, 10th touch on the customer, that's what's going to convert. When they constantly see that information from you and it's relevant information, that's when they're going to decide to go with your company, because you're persistent, you know what you're talking about, you're professional in that space. But get creative with it. When you're laying out your email marketing, deliver exactly what your audience wants. Look back at your emails, which ones go straight to the trash and which ones do you open up and they pique your interest? Is it something that's animated and eye-catching at the top? Or is it just a book of words and you make it down through the first couple sentences and then you just delete it because it just pissed you off? It was too much information. So you want to lay it out properly where it is more, informative but fun. They learn something. There's a video that you can maybe attach to it, or a PDF that they can get more information as well. But without all of that, you don't want it to be a book. So you want to look back at what worked for you, what got your attention, what didn't work for you, and then just maximizing all of those in one platform is how you increase your profits. Once you've already created this for just, let's say, follow-ups or brand awareness, you already have that information for next year. Or if somebody comes in July to your company and you want to send them the exact same follow-up email on, did they get an estimate, or we haven't been paid, we haven't been paid, we haven't been paid. I mean, you can reword it, of course, to your specific business, but that's what you can reuse throughout the whole course of a year. Once you have that documented process and that email list and that data, you can plug and play with that for anybody new that signs up, for any new leads or any new special occasions, and even surveys. So without putting all that stuff in process or in the marketing calendar, your content calendar, you're running blind. You're doing day by day by sending an email, not knowing a response. You forget about that person 30 days later. Did they want to sign up? Were they interested? So it's a big key to put those all into one folder, and then you know exactly what's going out every single time. So just to recap, the best, easiest way to get more business is newsletters. It's the easiest thing. So right now in the wintertime, 12 months is all you have to come up with. You can do more than that, but focus on, if you're doing a monthly newsletter, it's 12 easy months. Take all the services that happen in that month, the special events, the upcoming sales, the promotions, the giveaways, the surveys, the did you know as your client or your employee spotlights, put those all into your months. So do all 12 of them, list it out, put all that information in, and then you can start designing. You can start creating those now while it's slower. And then once you're ready, once it's February 1st, email sent, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to think about anything. Next year, you can look at that same information, tweak it a little bit, change the pictures, change the content, change the promo, change a little bit, but you already know what you did last year as well. And you'll be surprised of how many people just respond back for more information, or they want to do business with you because you informed them on something new they didn't know about. And just an example, for January, we sent out one for prepayments, monthly budget plans, and then a survey. So we did kind of three, but it was lock in your prices now with no price increases if you prepay before the end of the month, because prices are going to go up in February. And we had more prepays in the last 11 days than I think we did all last year. So you have to get creative with it too. So with just by putting that prepay now to save money and be locked in, we showed them the price increases. Hey, this is going to go from this to this by February. If you don't pay now, we can't lock you in. They get a discount with it too, but then we also upsold and cross-sold on different things in that same email. This fertilizing package also goes great with aeration. This is why it's important. Do you want to add that to your plan? Let us know. So your still call to action is what you can do each month to gain and build more business, but then the informative and upsell, cross-sell is what's key. That's what is building the business every single month just based off of one email. So keep that in mind, maximize your emails, keep track of them, send everybody that you know and get their email addresses and put them into that newsletter, put them into that marketing campaign for email marketing. And that is by far going to increase your profits more than anything in 2022 for the lowest amount of cost.